Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late July 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Virgo collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the Virgos here? And yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting, but let's get it going here. Let's get started. Let's rock. What do we got for the Virgos in mid to late July? As the year moves on, it keeps moving further. Okay, so we're starting off with a very prominent, positive oracle card here, which fits in very nicely with the energy we had for you last week. Very nurturing, very similar to the Empress here. That's a big card of blessings. And I love whenever it starts us off in the reading because it's positive. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading, let's talk about it. So we see this mother figure. She is snuggling up next to that baby. So to me, this is all about that beautiful goddess type of energy. So similar to the Empress, I see this when blessings are coming into a certain collective. It is nurturing, loving, and caring. So for a lot of you, that might be an energy you're exuding in this time, right? Like you might be a little more snuggly, cuddly than you normally are, or that could be something you're craving. If it is, I'll give you a big virtual bear hug. I got you, my friends. But to me, this could also be about creation, manifestation. This is a very positive card to have. And it tells us, regardless of what shows up in the reading, whether there's trials, tribulations, or even good things, this is a silver lining that tells us everything's going to be okay. All in due time, those blessings are coming in. Okay, maybe some of you just need those big old hugs, and that's okay. We're all human. We need that type of connection sometimes. So we're just going to put that right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright before we get that intuitive juiciness flowing. So let's shuffle it up here one time for the Virgos mid-July, please. And while we do, I just want to announce to everyone that we are nearing a very big milestone here. Our community is about to hit 100,000. I'm so happy about it. I'm excited about it. So if you see a poll in the next day or so after these videos are out, please vote in it. I'd like to celebrate it with everyone. Back to the reading now. I just had to pop that in there. So last week's reading, very positive. It was titled An Explosive Win. So I'm hoping a lot of you did have one coming in. We had a lot of fire. We had a lot of air. And fire could be very good for motivation. So a lot of Virgos could be burning white hot in this time, and hopefully those wins are stacking up for you. If not, remember those energies could still bleed over from week to week. But let's see what we have for you this week, my friends. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or people you're connected to, right? Let's get 3. What do we got for Virgo here, please? Thank you. Okay. Someone in the headspace, someone doing a little bit of thinking. We got the 4 of Cups in position number 1. Maybe someone has you on the mind, my friends. Maybe the imagination's going a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. I have water sign placement, so I totally get that energy. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. This is a little work-based diligence type of energy. Totally different than the 4 of Cups. So these are opposite energies, I would say. Let's get one more. Interesting indeed, my friends. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. So we're capping it off, the main part of the spread at least, with one of the best cards in the whole entire tarot deck. Luck might really be swinging in your way, my friends. Let's go through. This feels exciting to me. It feels like it starts low and ends on a high note. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get intuitive. Let's take a look here. If you kindly look in the box, at first look, first glance, obviously I noticed that we have water, we have earth, and a major arcana. One of the best major arcana, might I add. When I see earth and water together, that's way different than fire and air. To me, what happens when you water a plant? It grows. It's like an investment. So when I see these 2 elements mixed together, normally it's not mud. Normally it's a blessing of some sort starting to grow. But let's go through one by one. Position number 1, the 4 of Cups. You see this individual here. They are under the tree. Looks like they're taking a little bit of a snooze, not seeing this opportunity, this Ace of Cups that the universe is handing to them. So when I see this, obviously I think of a lot of mental action. You might be daydreaming a little bit. You might have a lot on your mind. thinking, planning, getting lost in the sauce. We all do it from time to time. The challenge of this card is somebody getting something started, getting to that starting point. So making the first move, being the Fool card as opposed to the Four of Cups, where you just need to get the ball rolling. So for a lot of you, if there's something you've been holding off on, Spirit might want you to get the ball rolling in here, because this could be a sedentary type of card too. And I know Virgos tend to have a very good work ethic. You're not sedentary type of individuals. This could literally just be you on someone else's mind, or vice versa. You already know the deal. Now, moving to the center, it's where it starts to get a little more interesting. Other energies start to mix into the fold here. We have the Three of Pentacles. This card, I always find intriguing. It is one of my cards of the workplace. This card, the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, to me are about the work, money, focus. This is a card of teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work in some form or fashion. We think of dedication, artistry, artisanal types of energy, somebody trying to master something and work hard towards it. So we could have teaching involved here as well in this card, like teaching your craft to someone else or learning a craft from somebody else. But to me, this card could also represent those that are not yourself, those that surround you, your community, your connections at large when this card shows up. And in the positive, it's people working very well together, right? Like a well-oiled machine. But in the negative, or in the challenging aspect, this Three of Pentacles could easily be just somebody, hold on, the cards got knocked off. It could be somebody being a thorn in the side. All right, I'm just gonna have to get these as good as possible, my friends. Let me try to line them up. It's not as easy as it looks. There we go. Okay, so on the back end, we have the Wheel of Fortune, one of my favorite cards. Sorry about that little mishap that gets added to the blooper reel. When we get the Wheel of Fortune, to me, it's one of the most positive cards in the whole entire deck. This is like a 4-leaf clover whenever it shows up, positive in the upright or in the reverse. Now, it is a card of cycles. It could be about the cycles of life. This card could speak about karma as well. We have been seeing that interesting cycle in recent weeks for a lot of the Virgos, like the cycles turning, things beginning, things ending. But to me, this is generally a super positive yet powerful card. And for a lot of you, luck could be turning in your way, like turning in your fashion. Things could really start bouncing how you want them to when the Wheel of Fortune pops up in a spread. So we're going to put that down. And yes, it could be karmic situations and archetypes, so we'll see what's up. I want to dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's shuffle it up one time here for my Virgos, please. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Four of Cups. So what's this mental action about? And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Virgo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Four of Cups time. Why is it here for my friends? Thank you. Okay, yeah, don't get stuck in the past here. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Now, I wouldn't be nervous about this Ten of Swords, because to me, this is something that has already happened. It's already elapsed. For a lot of you, there could be certain things bubbling to the surface, like things from the past, hard times, endings, Ten of Swords moments, rock bottoms that could just come bubbling up in the mental space. For a portion of you, if this is somebody that you're connected to mentally, they're kind of like skewed in a negative place right now, where I don't want to say like every single thing is the worst, or they're always just looking at the worst side of things. In the extreme case, that could be it. This could be a very pessimistic mind state that someone around you could be holding. But I feel like for the Virgo collective at large, this is Spirit saying like, hey, if things from the past do come bubbling up, because we do have a card of karmic cycles, if those things come up, Spirit wants you to acknowledge them and try to work through them and heal them in some sort of way. Don't just dwell on them, dwell on them, dwell on them. Try to get down to the root cause. That's just the main vibe I'm picking up. It all happens to us from time to time, right? Endings, pain, things like that. It does cross our minds. But it's best to not live here and to just try to get down to the root cause of why it keeps popping up, why you keep revisiting it. Hopefully for a portion of you, this isn't somebody bringing the same cycle about once again. I'm not going to go that route. I don't feel like that's it. But for the most part, if that's not you, I do feel it could be someone you're connected to that's like in a very negative mind space right now. So let's move over to the Three of Pentacles. We're not going to stay here too much longer. we're just going to keep it moving because I really want to get over to that wheel. So why is the Three of Pentacles here? Please. Thank you. Okay, Queen of Cups in the upright. This is a big emotional attachment that we're showing up here. There might be someone you're connected to where like you might feel tied into their emotions, or their emotions might be affecting your emotions in some sort of way. There's some sort of like empathetic connection here, whether it is a romantic thing, whether it is a work thing. It's someone that you might be very closely tied to, where there is that like, there's that feedback, like that back and forth, where their emotions affect you, your emotions affect them in some sort of way. That's just a quick intuitive message. Now, the Queen of Cups could represent a water sign, obviously. Generally, to me, this is a card that is extremely deep and is feeling things powerfully. It's super emotional. So when I see it connected to this Three of Pentacles, this could be a task or something you've dedicated to yourself completely, that you were tied to, that you want to see through, you want to make it happen. This is something you might care very, very much about, that's in a place of prominence in this time, and Spirit is trying to show it to a lot of Virgos. Okay, if a lot of you are in a space right now where you don't have an emotional dedication to an outcome or a task or something, Spirit might be asking you to try to form one. Like, find a goal, a long-term goal, a skill, learning new things, whether it's school, work, or your own side business. Find something to attach yourself to and put your energy towards, because you might be better off for it, especially if things like this keep popping up. But I feel like those are the two main things here. I feel like it's either a person where you guys are very empathetic towards each other and just feed off each other's emotions and such. If not that, it's a goal or a dedicated thing that you just are so tied to making it happen one way or another. We're going to move over to the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting stuff, Virgo. But let's see what the wheel has to say about all this. So let's go in on that. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? For my Virgos, please. Thank you. I mean, it doesn't get much more better than this, my friends. We have the Knight of Wands in the upright coming in under this Wheel of Fortune. I absolutely love this alignment. For a portion of you, this could represent a fire sign that you're connected to here. If not, when I see the Knight of Wands in the upright, it is somebody going for it. It is somebody making it happen. This is a big card of forward movement, forward momentum, and it's something coming in. So when I see it underneath this Wheel of Fortune, this good luck swing that I've been feeling since the very beginning, a lot of you could have some sort of big major winner victory coming in, like in a very big, powerful way, especially with the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. I would say, hey, you might want to try your luck in various different ways, play the lottery. But the fire that we were picking up last week from the explosive win is showing up once again back here. Yeah, these may be things that pop up or things that you might be dealing with. Cool. But right here on the back end is the beautiful tie into this whole message that a lot of you are magnetically bringing various different wins into your life, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental, whether it is work. It's like the whole kit and caboodle. So for a lot of you, you could be experiencing, once again, lots of different big wins and victories here, and I really, really like it with this Knight of Wands, because it's telling me that it is coming in hot. It's coming in quick and powerful for you. Okay, just make sure you don't let that cup linger there too long. Let's go through and do a quick little recap here, Virgo. Very positive ending to this spread. But yeah, let's go through before we get the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Four of Cups with the Ten of Swords in reverse. Like I said, there might be things from the past that come bubbling up, painful things that you might need to process. Spirit might want you to heal from it. And I know that's easier said than done. For another portion of you, this could be a person you're connected to that's a very pessimistic in their mind state. Like, they always see like the darker side of things. In the center, we have the Three of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups in the upright. To me, this does feel like two major things. One, a person that you have a very deep emotional and empathetic connection with, where you feed off each other's emotions in some sort of way. When they're happy, you're happy. When they're sad, you're sad, and vice versa. Another thing I'm picking up here in the center is a task or something, whether it is a craft, a task, a business, a job that you have dedicated yourself to, and there's a huge emotional attachment here. Could be water sign energy and fire sign showing up in this spread as well. On the back end, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Wands in the upright, one of the best alignments in my opinion, because it speaks about that magnetic energy of this twist of fate, this good luck coming in for a lot of the collective. You could really start stacking the wins and victories in all different areas of life here. That's a very positive and powerful omen for you, Virgo. So please take a screenshot, Let's get you a shadow card. Regardless of the things you're working through in the situations, that back end is like chef's kiss type of energy. But let's see what's in the shadows real quick. What do we got for Virgo here? I feel like we're looking at a lot of different things for you this week. Let's see what's in the shadows. And I always like to pull this at the end. I don't want to be a bummer or anything. Just want to see whether it's within yourself or something you don't quite see. Maybe it's this Ten of Swords reverse that we're talking about. Let's see what's up though. What do we got in the shadows for the Virgos, please? Remember, only take this if it hits as well. Just like everything else. Six of Swords. Interesting. Usually this is a card of improvement, things moving to plan, coming out of the choppy waters into the cool, calm, collective waters. But remember, we need to look at the shadow side of this for a portion of you. Yeah, it could be abandonment issues. I'm not really going to dwell on that too much. But this could be Spirit saying like, hey, make sure that as things start progressing for you, as you start moving forward, pay attention to the fine details. Now, I know I don't need to say that to the Virgo collective. If there's a collective that is detail oriented, it's you guys, right? Like, you're known for being very fine detailed with things, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, but for some reason, Spirit is really reinforcing that, especially if fire energy is connecting with Virgos. Like, you might get tunnel vision on certain things. Make sure you don't let certain things slip to the wayside here, because the other side of this card, it could be somebody like not paying attention to things that they should be. Okay, so make sure you have a wider view of range with whatever it is you're going through. But yeah, once again, for some of you, it could just be like abandonment issues. So do with that what you will, my friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the June subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air signs readings. But for July, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. Once again, one of my favorite decks and one of the first ones I ever gave away on this channel. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one has your favorite art style? Is it the swords, wands, pentacles, cups, even the major arcana? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.